Come on in. Hi, my name is Tim Christensen, and I've got a story to tell you. I work for one of the nation's leading Mexican restaurant chains. One day, I was sitting in my office, and my boss walks in and says, "Hey, I hear you love dogs." I said, "Yeah, I like dogs. I've had dogs my whole life. I've had Great Danes, I've had Doberman Pinschers, we've had Dachshunds, we've had Greyhounds, and then now we're on Jack Russell Terriers." I was like, I love dogs. So my boss asked me if I would mind watching his dogs while I went to Mexico for 2 weeks. I'm like, let me ask my wife and see if it's okay with her, but I don't think there'll be a problem. So my boss is really selling this dog to me. He says it's trained, it's quiet, I won't even notice it's in the house, assures me that there will be no problems with this dog.
My name is Denise Sasser, and I'm a dog trainer at Four Paws Only in Munster, Indiana. I can tell if a dog is well trained, if they are listening to commands, if they're not jumping around, if they're walking nicely.
So the day comes when my boss brings his dog, Max, to meet my dogs, and chaos ensues. My dogs don't like other dogs. At that point, we were like, oh my God, do we really want to watch this dog for 2 weeks?
Some dogs that they meet and they get along, others can be a disaster and it can end up in a fight.
About 5 minutes after my boss left, I noticed out of the corner of my eye, Max was lifting his leg and peeing on one of my plants. I don't understand. I thought this dog was completely trained.
A dog might choose to pee on something inside the house just to say, hey, I like this and I want it to be mine.
So I quickly grabbed the disinfecting spray, cleaned up the mess so that my wife didn't really need to know what was going on. A short time later, Max returns to the scene of the crime. He sniffs around and quick as a whip, he pops a squat and starts to poop in the same place he peed.
A dog might choose to poop indoors. Maybe it doesn't feel well and can't hold it, or sometimes they're so emotionally distraught that they can't help it.
I'm in disbelief. I just don't understand. My boss told me that Max was trained.
So even the best trained dogs can get out of focus, let's say. And you just need to get them back in focus. And as a trainer, I have some little games that I play that center their mind, mainly touch, where they have to touch my hand and then they get a treat, touch my hand, and it usually brings them around quite quickly.
So I scooped Max up, put him in the yard, and in a stern voice I said, "Max, go poop!"
When giving commands, I always base it on the dog. Most dogs like a sing-songy, happy voice to get their attention and to build the relationship.
Then it happens. My wife walks into the room and sees the poop. She gives me the look, the squinty eyes, the stern jaw that makes me regret telling my boss yes. While I clean up the pile of poop again, I can see my wife is irritated. After Max spent about 20 minutes outside, I let him back in. I keep my fingers crossed that he won't pee or poop in the house.
I would encourage owners to stay outside to ensure that their dog is going to the bathroom. Just because you let your dog outside does not mean that they're actually going to the bathroom when you let them out.
So, as the afternoon goes on, my wife and I are busy with the honey-do list for the weekend. Then she asks me if I smell something. I say, like what? She says, I smell something poopy. So we walk through the house, and wouldn't you know it, Max left a poop present not even 5 feet away from his last load. He's standing near it, sees the two of us, and then darts out of the room. I just can't believe it. I think, oh my God, this dog is crazy. This time, My wife is ready to blow a gasket. I tell her, I just don't understand. My boss assured me that Max is trained. I just don't know what to do.
If the dog won't go outside, it could be another sensory issue, like they don't like the grass, or maybe it's snowed, or it's rained.
Next, my wife and I come up with a plan. We decide to put up gates to box Max into a room so that he doesn't pee or poop all over the house. Every hour, on the hour, we decided to take him out so he could do his business.
Bathroom breaks all depend on how old the dog is and really the size of the dog. Little dogs and puppies need much more frequent bathroom breaks.
During one of our bathroom breaks, I saw Max pee, so I praised him. I gave him a milk bone. I kid you not, the minute I let him in the house, he popped a squat and pooped for the 3rd time that day.
I think praise should drive your training of a dog. I really believe that you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar.
Now, I'm like, oh my God, this dog is killing me. At this point, my wife storms out of the room, probably more upset with me than the dog. So after cleaning up the poop again, I got to thinking, my boss is Mexican. He clearly speaks English at work, but what does he speak at home? Maybe he speaks Spanish to Max. I tell my wife my theory. She grabs her phone and goes to Google Translate. She looks up, go take a poop. It comes back, via hacer caca. I open the patio door, say, Max, via hacer caca. He literally walked past me, goes on the grass, and takes a poop. Now I know, Max doesn't speak any English. He's trained, but only in Spanish. This totally blew our minds.
So yes, dogs can learn their commands in more than one language.
For the rest of the visit, things went smoothly with Max. Thanks to Google Translate.